Hey guys, KC Jilly, and I'm out here at the Secret Garden, and I thought I'd give you a little update and show you what's going on. So let's check it out. Okay, so my fall starts have begun. Need to let this guy dry all the way out one more time, see if I can get the rest of that stuff to germinate. But this is what I'm growing in the fall. My tomatoes, and there's a couple of spinaches at the last 3 cells there. Okay, and over here I've got Tabasco peppers planted. They're coming, and I just now, I mean, literally right before I started this video, planted these 3 tomato varieties. It'll be my first time for almost all of these tomatoes, and I'm kind of excited about that. Got a few eggplants started. I need 1 or 2 down there to come on, and I'll have that guy full. Started some lettuce, and I'm just slowly, I have more of these trays like this, but I'm slowly transferring from those into these trays so I can have some lettuce to go with these yummy tomatoes. And this stuff is living in here. Now, not the tomatoes once they're ready, or the eggplant or the peppers, but the spinach down there on that end, the Bloomsdale, the Noble, and the Viraflay, when they come on, they are going to go with this Butter Crunch lettuce, and I'm going to let them, they're going to live here underneath this light because the weather's right in here, and it's the one way I can safely grow all this stuff without it bolting. Now let's go look outside. Okay, so my stuff's coming along. It's doing pretty well, actually. However, right here I have 4, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4 okra plants that have been getting molested, and I caught it last night on the video. I'll probably insert it right here. But I've had a deer munching on it, so I'm going to, that's why you see this stake here, and I'll probably put another one around there, and I'm going to go ahead and fence in this part too. I got a deer out here that's munching on my goodies. But my watermelons are doing well. I've got all kind of flowers, and if you go fishing through there, there's a couple of little ones started, but they're really small at this point. You see all the diatomaceous earth on top of it. I've had a little bit of a beetle issue out here, and I'm trying to win, and I think I'm going to. But so far, they haven't been able to kill it off, so I think I'll probably maybe be okay. We'll see. But, you know, it's getting lush and thickening up a little bit. All right, now next to it here, this is my cantaloupe. And if you look, I've got some coming on. So I'm going to have some cantaloupe as well. Over here is also cantaloupe. All right, and this Mexican squash, like I say, I grew it at my house, and you saw how it took over everything. So I decided, I trimmed all this up till it got over to the fence, and I'm going to let it crawl up the fence. And I added this little extension here of cattle panel, a little something for these China Jade cucumbers to grow on. And you can see that I have some. I had to get them off the ground. In fact, I had to cut a couple of them loose because the dadgum things, I had 2 or 3 of them that were 1.5 feet long growing up under the mess that was going on there, and I can't have that. So I took the time yesterday and I really pruned kind of heavy. It'll be okay, it'll come back, but you can see, I mean, they're coming out everywhere. They're doing well. The bees love these flowers. Man, they smelled good yesterday when I was working on it. Yes, for some reason, I don't know what the difference is between here and my home. The only difference I can tell you for sure is that out here is well water, and in town I have city water, and it's terrible. But these flowers smell wonderful on this particular bush. So these guys now have somewhere to climb on up. So that's going to work out well for me. All right. Now I have zucchini. I thinned them out yesterday, and yellow squash and zucchini, and I think this will probably be yellow squash, but it may be zucchini as well. We'll see pretty soon. It's about ready to pop. But in each spot I had 2 or 3 plants, and yesterday I went ahead and thinned down to 1, and I'm making the most of it. The same thing, actually, when I'm thinking about it, I did the same thing with the okra, and I pulled them out and transplanted them into these pots, and they're doing okay. So if that dadgum deer gets me one way, maybe I can put this in the little greenhouse down there and be all right. This little fig tree is doing okay. It's a transplant from last year, and now it's finally putting on leaves, so it'll be ready to go in the ground pretty soon. And I'm thinking this is a rainbow bell pepper. Oh yeah, I can see it in there now. All right, so it's doing good. It looks like I'm gonna have a bunch of bell peppers on it shortly. This is a trumpet vine that I stole from the house, and I'm hoping, this one is, and I'm hoping that it's gonna take off. Once it looks like it's gonna be all right, then I got a spot for it. And this is wisteria, and it looked pretty bad, but it's coming back. It's gonna be okay. So I also have a spot for it out here. See, out here, I don't have to worry about it tearing things up. I can allow it to spread and get big and pretty. So it'll add a little bit of beauty out here to this garden. This old tomato plant is coming back from some of the shock. Now you can look at the leaves and you can tell the kind of temperatures we've been going through. But look, I have a lot of flowers. So this is a celebrity, and I'm hoping I'll get a little bit more tomatoes off this guy. Now, over here, the perpetual spinach has just about had it. I don't even care, to be honest with you. So whatever happens to it happens. You can see little strawberries still making it in the background. And what's gonna happen, I'm gonna put them somewhere, but I need a spot dedicated to them where I can water them properly, and I just haven't got the spot figured out yet. These green beans are doing okay. Let's see. Yeah, they're doing okay. The tomatoes here were burning up, so I took a minute and I put this small shade cloth. It's not much, but I'm hoping it'll make the difference so that these guys will do okay. And I like I told you before, I'm not gonna stake all this stuff up. I mean, I may, when it gets to where I can't walk through there, grab a limb and tie it up to one of these stakes, but I'm just gonna let it kind of go wild. Come out here and get what I need when I need it. But that's what's going on over here now. So you can see, this may just be a wall of green before too long. It'll be really pretty. And if this stuff gets too hot, I have another shade cloth and I can put it across all this. So check in on the greenhouse and we'll call it good. So I'm about to get rained on, but I want to show you something about this greenhouse. When I did this, I did the entire thing all alone. And those big tarps like that, you need help. Or I need help. I needed probably about 3, maybe 4 people on each side so I could pull it tight, and I didn't have that. And so this right here is only gonna last this year. It's already ruining, but I wanna show you some stuff. And next time, I know, go ahead and break down, don't be proud, and ask for help. So I'll get some help on it next time. But I wanna show you what's happening. So there's enough slack in it that you can see up here. There's little cuts where it's been whooping against there. You can kind of see the line. And the dadgum tomatoes are growing through and growing out of the greenhouse from holes that's punctured here. Let me see. Look at that. You believe that? Look over there. So it's gonna take some more help. I'm gonna have a lot more help next time to make this work. The idea's okay, you know, but that's what one guy by himself could do. I did the best I could, and it's not enough. So to make it last, because that dadgum tarp is expensive. I bought the length of 2 of these greenhouses worth of this stuff, and it was a lot of money. So I'm gonna make sure this next time I do it, it's right, and I don't have to play this game. Now let's go look inside and see what's up. All right. So, here are my pinto beans. They're actually probably, yeah, see, some of them have fallen off. They're ready. I need to take these guys to the house and get the actual beans out of there. And I may grow them at home in one of those spots at home that's going to be wide open while I wait on my tomatoes to mature in the greenhouse there. That basil looks wonderful. And it's getting smothered again. This dadgum sun gold is pretty amazing. I feel like about every week and a half, 2 weeks, I have to come in here and cut off what basically would be 2 or 3 sun gold plants. I mean, it just really keeps pumping it to it. Now, I've already taken home several bell peppers, and you can see this rainbow blend, California rainbow blend, I think's what it was. The guy is loaded. It's doing so good. Look at all that. You know, but I've taken plenty home. It's doing great for me. So I'm going to, here in Central Texas, here where I am, I'm going to say that the rainbow blend of bell pepper do well. I've had nothing but good luck, because I've had a lot of issues in the past with different flavors of bell peppers, but these have done really good for me so far. So I'm just tickled about it. I got a little bit of chives here going. See some more over here. A little bit there. All right, and this is my Egyptian spinach. You can see this guy. Look at the pods. Oops, excuse me. Can you see the little pod right there? Now, I have watched some videos, and some folks pick them off before they're ready while they're still green like this. Let me see if I can get you a good shot. While it's still green like that, they pick those guys off and pickle them just like you would pickle okra. So that's kind of cool. I may do that some point. To be honest, I ate one of these leaves earlier to taste it, because that's how people use it. And you know what? It was good. I actually liked it. I mean, there's not any real super flavor, but it's not real yucky, and I could see it going in a salad, no problem. It's got a lot of benefits from what I understand, so it's good stuff. That old banana pepper's doing well in there. I got some stuff on there. All right, you can see these dadgum stalks from these Ananas Noir. Let's see if I can get down here. All right. So, it's still putting stuff out for me. It's slowed way down. Of course, it's 150,000 degrees in here during the day. But you can see I still have blooms, and I've been picking stuff off of here. It's still doing okay. It's getting a little thick again, where I'm gonna have to trim it up, since I'm not tying things up like it needs to be done. I just can't help myself. I'm tickled that everything's done so well. And I've had so many tomatoes, y'all. I've given so many away to family and friends, and still getting requests for them. People offering to pay me for them, wanting me to save seeds. These are a big hit, but especially the Ananas Noir. They're so big and humongous and meaty, and they have a good flavor. I like these pink Berkeley tie-dyes like this. I like to eat them fresh eating, like just slice them up and put them on my plate with my supper. Man, they're good. A little salt and pepper. You can see they're growing vigorously beyond their bounds, because I'm not tying it up right. But I came in here this morning and I noticed that this was flooded, and it didn't rain or anything. So what I'm thinking is, I checked for leaks and I didn't have a leak, but I had blown out that little end right there on that line was blown off, and so I had to repair it. Now I've got the water off except for the misting system, which is the drip you're seeing. I've got it turned off for right now, and I'm gonna let this thing dry out in here. Now, these beetles, this is what's getting me here. These little guys, whatever they are, they have really been doing a number on everything. And I've got a lot of cucumber beetles too. They've been on here pretty bad. Now I will say I have seen ladybugs in here, and I haven't seen any today, but I've seen quite a few ladybugs, so they're helping me out a little bit. Here's my Carmen peppers. You can see they're making really well all the way up here, and they get big like this guy, you know. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a good sized pepper. I'm gonna say it's 4.5, 5 inches long, and I'm waiting on it to turn red. It's gonna be my first time to taste these guys. The watermelon has cascaded now and came over here, and if you look, I've got some coming. But I was scared it's gonna get swamped down here in this watery mess that I walked in here. I'm not kidding, it was puddled up, shoot, probably 2 inches high in water, so it's soaked down. I need to get something planted over here pretty quick. And I've got some cow peas and some clover that I can put in here in the meantime. But I plan on, since I'm gonna let these watermelons spread out, and I'm thinking on the other end, I've planted the silver Yamato cream watermelons. I heard they're really good. They're a little bit smaller, but I'm gonna plant some of those back there and let it grow this way. And between that and the cover crop stuff, I ought to have a good mess going on in here. And hopefully get some pretty good melons out of that. That's my hope. But these tomatoes over here are still going as well. These are Celebrity right in here. More Carmen peppers. And let's see if I can get up in here. I've really harvested the you-know-what out of these things, but there's still stuff hiding all up in here. So I keep coming back to this thing every 2 or 3 days, and I'm still getting stuff. But you can see everything's falling down because I'm not taking care of it right. And I'm just tired, y'all, and it's so hot right now in Texas. Now today, of course, it's making me look like a liar. We got about 3 days of rain coming, so I've got that to look forward to, but it'll cool it down for a couple of days, and then it'll come out just melting heat. We'll be burning up in here. And that's just the way it goes. Humidity. Wow, we have had some serious humidity going on here lately. All right, let me see if I can crawl up in here. You can see I'm at no loss for tomatoes still. And what I'm thinking I might do, I keep rethinking everything, but what I'm thinking I might do is just leave 1 or 2 of each kind, of each variety on this side. That way I can cut out entire plant or 2 in the middle and see what I'm doing, let it breathe a little bit better and manage it. And then I may use the stakes a little bit more, but that's a lot of work. Okay, same kind of deal on this side. The only difference is this side I have several different varieties all the way down. And so this may be a little trickier. So I will choose what I think is the tastiest and makes the best tomatoes, and I will keep those, and some of the others I'm going to take out. Most likely the sun gold is coming out, and the only reason is because I'm just tired of fighting with it. This guy is a monster. So that's just real life. That's the way these things go sometimes. But it's been a very good spring harvest into the summer here. Summer hits here and it's just death unless it's melons or vines or something like that. Squash, zucchini, that kind of stuff can make it, but tomatoes have a hard time. Now this is doing good, I know, but still, usually around here, everything's burning up. You got to do shade cloth, and it's a pain in the butt. So I don't want to fight with it, even though I have some of the stuff, and I'm going to thin it out. And you've seen all the stuff that I have in the shop in there under the light coming. So I'm going to just try to just stretch this stuff, a little bit of this stuff, until that stuff is big enough to go in the ground, and then this is all coming out too. And I'm totally okay with it. So instead of trying to carry over one group of tomatoes all the way through the year, like I did last year and had the 20-something foot long tomato vines, tying and twisting and all this stuff, I'm not messing with all that this year. I'm just going to start over. In fall we get more than we do in the spring usually, so I'm looking forward to it. Y'all come back and see me, and I'll have an update maybe in 2 weeks. See y'all then.